Right. Motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. New logo, new things. Don't forget to come and check us out at motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. Go to our featured products. Yes, check out our $20 one click called A Valentine to My Body. Make sure you get yourself a copy of that book. And of course, to continue to support us, go to shop.spreadshirt.com/MSM gear. New things, new logo, new things to come through and support. Motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. I am Kai Storm. This is season 3. Be in the building, G.
Touch, I remember touch. Pictures came with touch. A painter in my mind. Tell me what you see. A tourist in a dream. A visitor, it seems. A half-forgotten song. Where do I belong? Tell me what you see. I need something more.
Nothing can me have the money. Blast go blast him, nigga flossy flossy. It's a boy no selfie. Me we floss the party.
Fucking building.
Yes. Hell yeah, we are.
Uh-huh. Yes, we
What's up,
are.
Queen?
What's good, Queen?
I'm over here chilling. I got my young king in the back over here. We're just taking care of some family stuff. And I'm trying to be multi-purposeful.
Well, awesome. That's what we are here to do. And Miss Nicky Nicole is in the building. We all here on
stage. Oh, shit. Hi, Nicky.
Hey, he's working out today.
How y'all beautiful ladies doing?
Ooh. We good. How are you, beautiful?
I'm doing much better now.
I'm ready to spark and talk to y'all.
Fuck yeah. Man, that is that
we are always ready to smoke. Let's do this. Let's get on. So yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Motherhood is in the motherfucking
building, y'all. What's up? Nicky Nicole in the building.
And today we have the pleasure, the awesome fucking pleasure to have Miss Nicky Nicole in the building. Yes, she is a cannabis, and she's going to tell us all about what she does and how cannabis is important to her business and how we need to support her continuously because women supporting women, Black women must thrive, business must thrive, children must eat. Let's get it.
Yes, we love Black queens. You guys deserve everything. You deserve every good thing that this world could possibly offer.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really and humbly appreciate it. I'm gonna try not to get emotional because I'm a water sign. So I love seeing other Black women embrace other Black women because, you know, we do have the stigma sometimes where we don't like to see each other win. And I don't think that's always the case. You know, we all got our different stepping stones. And I feel like where I might be at, I want to uplift someone else. And then I want someone else to uplift me, because I feel like by the end of the day, we all can reach the same goal. It's so many different types of bread out here, and we all can still make the same money.
That's
or whatever.
right.
You go
That's
down
right,
to the
Queen.
grocery store aisle. How many types of bread do you see?
You know what? My children are Black. I'm not. I'm Samoan.
Okay.
But my reverence and respect for women, Black women specifically, is because I was raised by some racist prejudice, over religious, living in a matrix type of people. And I was raised in a way that there was a sense of entitlement there, not
Right.
only from a just off of some bullshit, off of some Western influence, because my family were trying so hard to be white, you see. And so everybody was trying to pair up with white people and have these mixed babies and fair skin. And I'm over here like, well, the Black babies look cuter. And that's just me. And maybe it's because that's God. That's just natural, pure, unadulterated pureness, where a child is just like, well, why are these other people so just naturally amazing at everything? And why do they just look good and everything like that? And I felt within my own community shunned at a lot of things. I didn't fit in. And then it was always the Black women and the Black men that were so warm. And like, dude, not to mention your barbecues and your music and your light and your love and your shine. And so I'm going off on a tangent, but I just wanted to say
you're bringing this full circle back by bringing in more Black children into the world is what.
There you go. There you
know
go.
What I'm saying? That's the flow we going.
I didn't plan it that way, but I'm glad it happened that way.
You know what I'm saying? She bringing it back full circle. But Nicky, Nicole, this show is all about you. So please, tell us who you are, what you do, and how you are so important to this conversation.
Yes, I'm loving the accent, girl. You getting me hot and bothered right now.
Well, shit. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing the husband is not here, because then he'd be like, okay, this conversation is over. I don't like her. No, I don't like her. I don't like the way she's talking. I don't like her. He will learn that he's a bit overprotected over the poo-poo. But that's a good reason.
No worries.
You know what I mean? But yes, it's all about you.
So my name is Nicky Nicole. I am from Washington, D.C. I started Cannamist Massage in about 2019. I got my LLCs, but I've actually been working on cannabis for 10 years. I've been a massage therapist for 11 years. And throughout that time, I was working for Massage Envy, which I learned some good things, some bad things, some interesting things. And then right before the pandemic had started, I got let go from Massage Envy. And then I had officially started Cannamist, but then the shutdown had happened. So unfortunately, I was not able to really get my massage business out there, which is why I started the Live 320 show. And the Live 320 show is basically a cannabis massage show to teach you how to self-massage yourself, or teach, like maybe your significant other, your kids, how to just do simple maintenance massage. And then also I incorporated the cannabis, because I mean, if you're like sparking by yourself, you're like, oh, my back hurts. You could take a J, lay down on the floor, put a baseball under your back, lay down, and just break down your muscles until you do see a massage therapist. So the beauty about the show, as well as I get to interview amazing people, doesn't matter if you're Black, white, Hispanic, and whatnot, but most of my guests have been Black thus far. I'm trying to really expand my show like you guys are, to get different types of people into the show and whatnot, and then I educate them as well. So it doesn't matter if you're a comedian or a lawyer or a doctor. We're going to talk about what it is you do. We incorporate cannabis. I show them self-massage, and at the same time, they get to promote their business, and I get to promote my massage business, because while I'm doing the show, I can say, hey, you guys, book with Cannamist Massage. I show my different enhancements on the show as feature enhancements, so people can say, oh, not only can I get a massage, I can get, I can get a facial steamer, or I can get CBD oil, or maybe I could get an eye massager. So I demonstrate all my enhancements with my different guests. They tell, you know, their experience, and I turn it into an amazing garden. So you're entering into the Garden of Whedon, because I just want you to feel relaxed and just mellow.
Lord, you're selling
I'm
this.
loving all of
can't
this. I'm
wait.
like, damn, oh my goodness, what is this?
Yes.
We're gonna have to figure out a way to get Washington DC and experience this face to face. But and the fact is, we actually, when we first started this show, we had one of our good friends from Seattle that she does massage as well. But
shout out my
just the whole, you know, the whole introduction to massage was just, you know, it was good not only for self-care, just for, you know what I mean, we're hardworking women, we do a lot in our fucking lives, and there are moments that we need to apply to our lives that definitely involve self-care. Weed is part of self-care. So when I saw you in our comments talking about being in our show, and then when I went through your IG page, I was like, yes.
What a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
so
this
much.
Wealth of knowledge, this fount of knowledge. I heard there's going to be a demonstration of some sort. What's up with that?
Yes, so I wanted to just demonstrate and just show you guys how you can self-massage yourself, just with using your own hands. Okay. And so wherever you're at, I just want you to just get comfortable. I just wanted you to expose your shoulders area, and I'm just going to show you how you can just do simple self-massage on yourself whenever something is bothering you. Okay. All right, so of course, the first thing you need to know is if you have nails, you're going to scratch yourself. So just, you know, warning, and that's fine. So what we're going to do is, since I know you both have nails, which is good, we're going to use our knuckles, right? Because our knuckles are a little bit more harder, the bone, so you can actually give yourself more trigger point, okay? So the first thing I want you guys is you're going to take your hand behind your head, okay? And you're going to take your finger like this, and you're going to push it right into your pec.
Oh, okay.
And the deeper you push it in, right, make sure you're touching the meaty part. Now, the thing about the pec is going to hurt, but what it does is it releases any tension from your neck all the way down to your breast. So just take your knuckle, and you're just going to go in like a circular motion, okay? Okay. And if it hurts, that's fine. Now while you're doing it, you're gonna release your hand, and you're just gonna have it come out straight. If you're gonna feel a strain, like a tight strain right up in here. Yeah. There you go. You're gonna take the tip of your fingers, and then you're gonna push. Can you feel it?
Am I doing it right?
Yeah, you're doing it right. Take your knuckles. Make sure you take just two. Yeah. And you're gonna push right up in there, but push up in it first. And then go into a circular motion. Can you feel it? And then you're going to release your arm, and you're going to have it come straight out, and then you're going to take those two fingers, and you're going to push up in it, and you're going to rotate again. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt.
It damn sure does hurt. It damn sure does hurt.
There you go. Now bring your arm down and release.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Girl, I'm gonna come to Washington, DC, or can you come to Seattle?
So
girl, you know, if we ask her to come to Seattle, we gotta buy her a ticket. We can't just, you know what I'm saying? That's called, you know, accommodations. We gotta provide that. You pretend like she can't hear us. Pretend like she can't hear us. But what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh. Well, the good thing about my business is I'm building a business where I can do cannabis chair massage for music festivals, parties, parties, gatherings. So it's like having your own personal mini garden in your house or at your event. And in the chair massage, you can get your pre-roll, you can get edibles, or you can get CBD oil. Now, I have a medical marijuana card, so I get all my products from the dispensaries, but I do like to support the gifting dispensaries as well. So I don't make anything. I just smoke it, eat it, and rub it on me. So my goal is to get other vendors out there, their business, and I incorporate it in the massage. That's all I do. So they be like, oh, I like this topical. Oh, I got it from so-and-so. You can get the whole bottle from them. I just use samples. So that way I'm promoting my business, my massage business, as well as the vendor of products that I'm using. So it's like a win-win situation.
And do they promote you as well?
I hope so. I mean, for the most part, when I do like little videos and stuff, they typically repost and stuff like that. But you know how it is. I shouldn't have to tell you. You should just do it because I'm using your products. But you know,
No,
you're
that
amazing.
Makes sense, you know what I'm saying? It definitely makes sense that they should be supporting you as well. You know what I mean? And you know, and if possible, you know what I'm saying, hit them up for some, you know, sponsorships of videos, because you have a YouTube channel. I know that because we're following your YouTube channel. They should definitely, you know what I'm saying, sponsor a show. Hint, hint, sponsor a goddamn show.
Right. That's right.
Well, you know what? I'm still learning YouTube. I am not the tech savvy person. You ask me about a muscle, I am on it. When it comes to technology, I'm like, so I'm still kind of learning YouTube because it's a different beast.
It definitely is. And the fact is, you know what I'm saying, when you're at your starting numbers, where we're like where we at, I could say, you know what I mean, we could definitely, you know what I'm saying, be more verbal and express ourselves the way we want to, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying, versus, you know, once we start getting big, because we are going to get big, once we start getting big, you know, the sponsorships start jumping in and they, you know, might have a little say or two. But as far as 420, because we know 420 is coming up, do you have any planned events, anything coming out the woodworks that, you know what I mean, you want the people to know about?
Okay, so if you guys go onto my Instagram page, it is Cannamist Massage LLC. It's spelled CANNAMIST Massage MASSAGE LLC. That's one whole word, Cannamist Massage LLC on Instagram. I have specials going on for the entire month, where all your cannabis dispensary products, from suppositories, edibles, topicals, anything you want is 20% off. All my massages are 25% off, and I have enhancements. You could buy one, get one free. So you can get like vibration therapy and maybe a yoga stretch included in your massage. Ooh. And I'm celebrating that from March 20th to April 20th. That's why the show is 320 to 420. My goal is to take the medical aspect of cannabis and incorporate it for one whole month from 320 to 420. So imagine if for a whole month we could take cannabis and make it holistic and healthy, and then on 420 we be like, we're high, you know.
I love that.
I mean, let's be honest, cannabis is holistic in every way, shape, or form. It's just, you know, it's just that the most salacious part of it that gets, you know, that's in the media, the people that are, you know, smoking and things of that nature. That's where it's in the media. But yo, I'm definitely glad we're having this conversation, because like I said, something like this is definitely important for self-care, you know what I mean, and for just, you know, just on the rise of cannabis business. Now what have you been doing as far as like advertising your business?
Well, okay, so I've mainly been hooked on Instagram and Facebook. I've been doing my lives there, and TikTok. I started getting on TikTok. So that's kind of cool, but I know I have a Twitter account. I got to get back on there. I got to figure out the password. It's so hard because when I tell you I do everything, I write my content, set up the set, massage, edit the videos. I do everything. And, you know, unfortunately in this business, I'm learning, I've had different people come on to work with, but I feel like I'm on like 150 miles per hour, and people who come in are like on 80 miles per hour. And it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on such a fast pace. Like, if you can't keep up, you can't stay. And I end up being back by myself because I'm going so fast. I don't have no one to keep up. But you know, right now, I'm just promoting. It's hard, especially on Instagram, because once they realize you have a cannabis page, they don't allow you to pay for promotion. Even if I just show strictly massage content, no cannabis, no smoking, no nothing, they instantly red flag you. So I
Same here with
already feel
us.
targeted. Then I had to put TikTok on blast, because if I show certain things on TikTok, they were like ban me. But then I'm like, wait, I'm looking on the white content. I mean, you know, I love my white folks. I'm looking on my Caucasian content, and I'm like, they're showing like ass and titties. What's going on? I'm just showing a damn thigh. So it's like, it's the constant battle of trying to figure out the best way to get my stuff out there, which is word of mouth and asking people to repost. But I feel like when you're in the cannabis community, you're really targeted, unless you're like, your name is like out there. If you're a little bit famous, then of course you got the clout. But for people like us, but we got really good content, we got really good messages and stuff to get out there. It's like, we're not even given a chance, even when we try to clean up the content to make it appealing or appeasing to the social media status quo, you're still getting blocked. So I'm kind of like, I'm gonna just kind of get in where I fit in. I've been hitting up like different comedians. I have my hats. As you can see, I have my garden hat on. I do my little cannabis hat. Yeah.
That's dope.
Thank you. And so it's like, you know, I figure if I can just kind of get them to sport my hats, maybe do a couple little skits of my massage business, maybe that can get it out there. So I've been working on a couple of projects. I've been trying to stay quiet. You know, you try to talk about good things, people want to hate on you or steal it. So for the most part, I've just really been in my shell, trying to focus on like the next level of getting my business to where I know it could be, because I'm only in year 2. So I'm still like a baby in the game, you know. So I'm just staying humble and quiet. Yeah, I'm just staying humble and quiet and just see where I can get in. I was trying to get into the cannabis festival this year. I even applied for a contest, a competition. Unfortunately, I didn't get picked. I'm just trying to get in where I can. And that's pretty much
it. Sounds like you're doing all the right things, Nikki. And so I just want to commend you. Most small businesses fail after the first year. So you've already beat that milestone. So be proud of yourself. Not a lot of people can say that they wake up and they do exactly what they love to do and they impact lives the way that you are doing. So I think you really need to accept your flowers on this, and you're incredible. One thing as well that I heard you say in terms of, you know, you doing everything, I think that's commendable as well. And I can't wait for you to meet people on your team and up to your speed that's going to help bring more of this to fruition. One thing I keep saying over and over again is I'm so grateful for my sister Kai, because without Kai, if I was to do this by myself, this would have burnt out a long time ago, because I'm not a marketing, I wouldn't say I'm a marketing megastar. I'm just good at sales, but marketing is so much deeper than sales. There's a lot of, you know, that goes into all of it. Anyway, but teamwork definitely makes the dream work. You just happen to wear all the hats right now. And I can't wait for that day, right? What are the prices? How much do you charge for your services?
So right now, I'm gonna tell you my regular prices, and then I'll tell you my discount prices. So my regular prices for 1 hour is $100 with your choice of cannabis or CBD included. The enhancements are $20 each. And I just charge a travel fee of $30. The $30 is non-refundable, and that pays for your cannabis. It holds your spot and it covers the travel fee. So it's like $10 each. So at the most, let's say if you got a 1 hour with your cannabis, I'm coming to you. I provide the lighting, the ambiance, the candle, everything. You'll be spending up to no more than about $130 for an hour. And for a 90-minute, it's $150, and it's the same. The enhancements are $20, and you just pay a $30 non-refundable fee. Now, The non-refundable fee is just in case if you cancel, you know, all I got was $30, which is fine, but it wasn't a waste of time, because what I typically do right now, what I typically do right now is I take about 3 clients per day, because even if you're getting an hour, sometimes it can run over an extra 5 or 10 minutes, you know, because I'm a very passionate person. When I find a knot, I got to get it out. Okay. I can't leave it there. It's like an OCD thing. I want to make sure I'm getting everything done. And of course, some sessions, some people it's going to take more than one session, because it depends upon like what your body is going through. You know, we put our bodies through a lot of trauma, and we don't give ourselves a break. I think, I'm not sure what year y'all was born, but I was born in the 80s. So
Me too.
So I think most of us who were born between, I would say, the 70s and the 90s.
70s, yeah.
We are really messed up mentally, emotionally, and physically, because we put so much on us. We've been through so much. I mean, from the crack era to all these crazy presidencies to a pandemic, you know, it's so much.
To the processed food and everything else in the pollutants
recession
and all that.
Like we went through another Great Depression in our era, you know? So now you see a lot of drug addicts, homelessness, suicides, and then the way we parenting our kids. I have a teenager, you know, like the way my mom parents me is not the way I'm parenting my daughter. So with that, I had to learn like inner child demons that I was going through, because I didn't want to pass it on to my daughter. And then with that, what helped me was cannabis. Like, you know, it gave me a deeper sense of thinking. And I think it helps with my anxiety. I have really bad anxiety. I don't deny that. My show talk about anxiety. I dealt with depression. I still deal with depression sometimes. So I use cannabis to help with those things. And I want to teach people how to not abuse it, you know, because sometimes we can overly smoke too much. Word. Now we're trying to get an extra kick, and that kick could turn into something else.
But no, one thing I want to go back and say is this, as far as you finding a team, because you know what I mean? Because when we started this, it was a team of ladies, and then it broke down to just me and Ruby. And then, you know what I'm saying, we kind of, you know, we had a couple of people can't come in, and then they faded off, and then we got some people now, you know what I mean, and they basically working for us based on, you know, we set up a little barter system between us and them. But and one of the things me and Ruby, at least I could speak for Ruby in this situation, I could say that we learned is that no matter who is around us in this team, who is helping us get into whatever spot, the foundation is definitely me and her. You feel me? And me and her gonna always hold this down, no matter who is moving around in this situation. I definitely hold down the part of, you know, the marketing and as far as you know what I mean, the editing and YouTube and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying, it's definitely hard. It's hard. It's a lot of steps, you know, especially to keep up with your own fucking life at the same time. But at the same time, it's no the how we balance this shit out is that, you know what I'm saying, I handle what I know I can handle, and she handles what she knows she can handle, as far as like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to like, you know, taking care of events and, you know what I'm saying, making sure, you know what I'm saying, money's right for you know what I'm saying, for marketing materials, business cards, whatever, you know what I mean, down to our merch, you know what I'm saying, she basically, you know what I'm saying, heads our merch. So it's like, you know what I mean, we all got, both of us holding the shit down on, you know what I'm saying, we holding this shit down on, we in specific spaces that we know how to excel best. So you know what I'm saying, so in your future, you definitely going to get somebody that's not only going, even if they not on the same space as you, if fuck around, you be able to, you know, have them on your team, because they got a little specialty that, you know, works for to bring you your business. Now, on side note, we got contact with this new magazine called Lit, Leading Industry Trends. And it's this woman called, her name is Diana Ramos. The reason we met her is because we actually hired her niece, her daughter-in-law, I should say, as a brand ambassador. And she's doing a new magazine, and definitely we're gonna definitely tell her about you, because the bottom line is when she's doing her first issue June, July, and you're a leading industry trend just like us. So that would be something that, and she's currently traveling too. I don't know if she's hitting Washington, but she's definitely going to be traveling for the next couple of months, trying to build content for the first magazine. And best believe you're going to make sure that you are part of that. So I want you to make sure and know that. And did I lose my trend? Oh yeah. Fucking, as far as you know what I'm saying, you just gotta, the best part of doing this is that you know what I mean, you first of all, you got reasonable motherfucking prices. Those prices that you quoting right there, that's reasonable goddamn prices. And if somebody like picked you up and wanted you to travel to another state, that those prices, they couldn't dare argue with you about that shit. So that's what's up. I appreciate that shit right there. You know what I mean?
That was my mama's idea. She told me, she was like, look, she was like, it's a pandemic going on. People gotta
it's
worry
needed
about
too. That's another thing I want to bring up. It's needed too. Just like you said, I could say I'm the oldest one here. I was born 1972. You know what I mean? My birthday this month, I'm gonna be 50 years old. And yes,
you don't even look it.
We go through all that shit. We've gone through mad shit, and the pandemic has put another level on fucking oppression on a woman, period, never mind a Black woman. So yes, it's important to you know what I'm saying, have your habits, because I feel like this, everybody had a habit. My habit is my weed, but overdoing anything is absolutely fucking wrong. So just having a new education, a new fucking platform where, you know what I'm saying, where you are using self-care and you're using cannabis to add to it, and you're not charging a lot of money, that should be a fucking no-brainer where somebody should want to support you. So I got to ask that, since you started this business, has the support increased, or has it just been varied a little bit?
So I'm gonna say it has increased, but to my own demise. Unfortunately, when I started my business, I was leasing a car, and I couldn't afford my car payments, because I got the LLCs, and then in DC, you know, they bought their money. So I had to get permits. I had to get this license, this other license, another massage license. Because even though I'm nationally licensed, you can get your license in one state and then work anywhere. DC, they're like, nah, if you want to work in DC, your own business, you got to pay for your massage license. So I think I was in a hole of like $6,000 to $7,000, which means I wasn't paying my car note. So my car got repoed. So I've been Ubering and Lyfting to as far as I can get, but then I lose profit because the money I'm making from the massage, I'm using the Uber. So I've been sacrificing for 2 years just to say, fuck the money. Let me just get my name out there. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? So even if, you know, let's say I charge somebody $130 and I might see 75 out of that 130 because I have to use the rest for transportation to get there and get back. I don't care, as long as my name is getting out there. So I feel like I'm sacrificing my profit just to get myself out there until I can get a car. Because once I get a car, you know, like I told you, I've been massaging for 11 years. So not only did I work for Massage Envy, I worked for a chiropractor's office. So I now do a couple of chiropractic moves in the massage.
Nice.
I've worked for another company called Soothe. They're like Uber for massage. So I've had clients all over from Bethesda to Fairfax. You know, I've built my clientele, but I had to put it on pause because of a car. So right now I just do a certain like radius that I can get as far as out to massage and then go from there. But as soon as I get my car, it's on and popping. Like I'm going, and now I went to Norfolk and did a pop-up event down there, which was really beneficial. And it was right before they had initiated the Virginia cannabis laws. So I went there, I think they changed the laws, what, July 3rd or something like that. So I went there like Juneteenth. I went there for Juneteenth weekend. And I did chair massage and had cannabis. And it was crazy because, you know, Norfolk, Virginia has a lot of military folk. And I went to Norfolk State down there. Shout out to NSU. If anybody from Norfolk State looking at me, I love y'all. Behold the green and gold.
Indeed. Shout out.
But when I went down there, they were so intrigued. They were buying up the pre-rolls and everything because, you know, down in VA, cannabis isn't as heavy as it's starting to get down there now. I've met one of the founders for the VA Cannabis Expo. So I've just been trying to get my name as much as I can. If I got a car, I'm going to get there. If I can Uber, I'm going to get there until I'm really, you know, able to get on my feet because the pandemic really messed things up for me. So that's kind of like how I've been promoting and getting myself out there. I feel like if I had my car, my name would probably be out there a lot more, but I take this as a sign. Like, why don't I not have a car right now, God? Why are you making me hustle this hard just to get my name out there, God? Like, it's for a reason, and and as I see it, it's like a slow pace. So I'm crawling, and now that I've crawled, I'm in my walking stage. And now that I'm walking, I feel like I'm ready to, maybe by the end of this year, I'm ready to start running. So yeah, that's just pretty much it.
That's the best way to go.
Because things happen for a reason, you know what I mean? And the fact is, maybe the car, you not having the car is, you know, giving ways for, you know, people to start paying for travel arrangements, like I was saying. Because like I said, in order for you to come to Seattle, somebody would need to buy you a ticket, you know what I'm saying, provide you some place to stay. Ruby does Airbnb, so we would be able to handle that. I'm just saying, yeah. Things would need to be arranged, you know what I'm saying? Some meals would need to be paid for. I'm just saying, these are the things that need to be spoken in the air because they're gonna happen. Yes, they are. You know what I mean? Do you have a website?
See, the thing is, the thing is, that makes it tricky. They're gonna be like, what's so special about you flying out to us that we can't get someone locally? You know, so that's why I try to make sure
the specialty is that you're providing a Cannamist massage, and you're going, and especially when we're in a point in time where a lot more states are becoming legal when it comes to marijuana. Therefore, those states would definitely welcome something that they've never seen before, because I've never seen or heard of this, and I think this would be something that would be fucking killing in New York City. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I would love to come wherever you guys, you have a party or something. Like I said, I do parties and gatherings.
Man, come on now, you speaking the language, because
I do it all.
We're gonna have to put a bookmark in that and talk about a real business plan behind that party thing that incorporates motherhood, sex, marijuana with your entity and the other ones. And we're all about that.
Hold up though.
So we'll do that.
Hold up though. Side note, because I'm not sure. I mean, because we're busy. So if you didn't get to read it, it's okay. But the last conversation, because when I say that me and us, as I say, motherhood, sex, marijuana is in very tight with the magazine leading industry trends. We just had a conversation with Miss Diana. Well, I had a conversation with Miss Diana, and Ruby wasn't there, but she is definitely thinking about throwing a party around because first of all, Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana is going to be at the Cannabis Expo from June 2nd to June 4th here in New York City at the Jacob Javits Center.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where they're throwing a yacht party And honey, if you can find your way to New York City on that weekend, I'm telling you right now, just you and some business cards. But what I'm saying is that Diana is going to be there as well. And Diana was talking to me about throwing a party for the vendors for before the expo starts, which is on Wednesday night. Now, honey, let me say this: if you can get there and you can be part of the party, you know what I'm saying? We can figure it out. Business and things is what I'm saying.
We're gonna have to talk on the side because that weekend is so busy. So I'm doing a private party for a chef. I don't know if you know him. His name is Chef Anthony. He be on Instagram. He be doing all the big parties and stuff. He been on like a couple of the cook shows on TV.
Oh, really?
That's June 5th. Yeah, I'm
we'll
doing
look
a
him up.
party for him. And I'll let you know his name is Chef Anthony DC. And my daughter's birthday is June 4th. So, but I mean, that's why I was like, that's a lot going on. So that doesn't mean I can't come up for a day or two.
Hey, listen.
You said June 1st. June 1st
it's from
right?
June 2nd to June 4th. And,
okay, so maybe I can come down for the second and the
is
third.
going to be at the yacht party and is going to be at the day exhibit on June 4th. So even if you have like business cards, honey, just we could talk on the side. Send us I can give you my address. You can send us some business cards.
Okay,
I definitely give them out for you.
Okay, no, I'm gonna try to figure that out. I'm gonna try to figure that because New York is like a hop, skip, and jump.
Yes, it is.
Just bring her to
it is. It's a hop, skip, and a jump from on a Greyhound bus. Yes, a 4-hour drive. Because I know.
You come to DC a lot?
No, actually, I used to. I've written a couple of books outside of Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana. I've written a couple of books, and I actually did a couple of book signings in some local bookstores. Not sure if they still open, but I've definitely been in the area.
Okay.
I love DC, man. I love the whole DMV area. So, man,
when was the last time you came out here?
I had taken last February.
Okay. You gotta come in the summertime when it's really popping. You gotta come in the summertime when it's really popping out here.
Okay, now I know somebody else out there. That's what's up, yo.
Yes.
And it's funny because my brain is just going so everywhere because I have ADHD. That's why I tend to tangent a lot. But I want to talk to you about a continual pop-up party, like a monthly thing. You feel me? Because you mentioned that a chef, and girl, that needs to be part of the equation. Because what I've always wanted to do these things called radical self-love intensive workshops. And it's just, that's all it is. And it will incorporate massage, it incorporates weed, it incorporates a fine dining meal that's all very healthy. You know what I mean? Because we got to eat right? I'm trying to learn about that. I don't eat right at all. But if I'm doing something like that, I'm going to serve nutritious meals, So, and then it's just so funny that you talk about this because it's like, oh my God, like these are the specific things that we're looking for. And shout out to Maisha from My Time for Massage out here in Seattle, because that's who I had talked about. And I think she's trying to incorporate cannabis in her practice as well. And it's just amazing. You guys would be amazing to link up and talk and stuff like that. And we're all about that, making connections, connecting people, just as my sister Kai said and does very well. I love that. And this is where the empowerment, the support that we spoke about earlier happens, the magic.
Yeah. I started changing the people that I follow. And that's how I was able to find like the chefs and the natural healers and the cannabis. I started changing just all my friends list. And I noticed when I did that, it gives me a different perspective in the things that I see. The chef Anthony, what I liked about him is he made a soup that was specifically made for people who was going through COVID. like a healthy, just,
Wow.
And so I was like, and it was so popular. So I was like, and he does all the good food, the seafood, the healthy food, any type of food you want. So when he said he was doing a party, I was like, I definitely need to link with you, because that's the only way I can try to taste your food and network at the same time.
That's you thinking outside of the box in order to put your name out. And again, things happen for a reason, because like you said, we have tried the whole advertising. That's why one of the things, why the reason we're even talking about this magazine, because literally it will give us and people like us an avenue where, you know what I mean, where we actually have a place where we can advertise our business and we're not getting shunned like we're drug dealers. Because best believe, every single time we've tried to purchase advertising on Instagram, Facebook, even Twitter. Like just today, I tried to buy some advertising on Twitter, and Twitter was like, "No, we can't allow." You can't allow what? Weed is fucking legal. Fuck out of here. Fuck you mean? Fuck you.
And so is sex.
The fuck you talking about? But you know what I'm saying? That's how it is. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Social media is not really, you know what I mean? That's why I haven't even tried to really, you know, I mean, we have brand ambassadors that have TikTok accounts, but even them, they have had, you know, sometimes have had trouble posting our content based on the fact that they think we're selling weed, and we not. There's no weed being sold here. There's weed being smoked like a motherfucker, but ain't no weed being sold here. You know,
that's another conversation, and that's another number.
So yes, so definitely, you know what I'm saying, thinking outside of the box, you know what I mean? And like you said, finding different ways to finding different followers and finding different people to that you could, you know, advertise your business to. That's the way you're going to get your business out. Now, you've mentioned you had a kid. Let's get into your pum pum business, because one thing we do in here is we get into people pum pum business. If you're okay with that, if you're not okay with that, then we can just, you know, skip your pum pum all the way through. But what I'm saying is there somebody taking care of your pum pum, and is that a man or a woman? What do you prefer?
So I prefer
them things that.
Okay, so I prefer men. I'm strictly dickly, but nothing wrong with the ladies. I know that, you know, I get love from everybody, because when I massage people, they just fall in love with me. But I am strictly dickly. And let's just say I am at a stage in my life right now where I was trying to be something that I wasn't with guys, meaning I thought I could be the girl who was okay with messing with a guy while he messed with other women, you know, or I wasn't for that. I'm a lover. I love to be loved. I love to be loved on. I love relationships. And so right now, no one's taking care of my poom poom. And if they are, it will probably just be need to bust a quick one to release some stress. Right now, I'm working on my mental healing, because I'm at the stage in my life where now I want to get remarried. I was married to my daughter's father a long time ago. We divorced. And since then, I haven't remarried. And it's been since 2011, I've been divorced. And my daughter, she's 13 years old. And I kind of want another baby. I think it depends, you know, because I feel like I'm 38. I'm not ashamed of my age. And I feel like as my business pick up, I'm going to be traveling more. So do I really, and then my kids, you know, like I said, she's a teenager, so she's kind of doing her own thing. She's going to be out the house soon. I really want another kid. And I asked myself, well, once I meet a guy, because once you heal yourself, you know, you do some type of healing, you're bound to get rewarded for that. And you're going to meet someone. And what if they want kids? So that's something I've been thinking about. So I think right now, I just want to, you know, it's about to get hot. You know, I just want to get rubbed on a little bit, but mainly just keep my focus on work and just go from there, because I've been in too many like situationships, and it's not me. I thought I could handle it, you know, but it's not.
No, I get it. I
Hey,
totally
at least you
get
know
it
that.
because
Yeah.
I totally
least you
get
know
it because I've been there, done that, and I broke up the trophy that was tried to be given to me. That shit is in pieces. I don't want that shit. I'm, you know what I mean? What's mine is mine, and if you don't want to be mine, let me know so that you can go. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't want to be yours, I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? So, because I ain't gonna do the sneak here, sneak there. No. What's mine is mine. If you decide you want, go, bruh. Go on.
But you know, I was in denial. Because I love. So I'm just like, oh, he loving on me, you know, and it's like, you know, we just kicking it. I'm like, what? Oh, okay, we not doing kicking it things, you know, and then you see all these different meme videos when they say, oh, if he introduced you to his family or his friends, that doesn't mean, you know, and I'm like, well, at this age, what the hell does it mean? When do you know if it's just a situationship or if you're just really in something? Because I feel like in situationships, people do relationship stuff. So it's so confusing that I just need a break. And then when I'm ready, when I feel like, all right, I'm ready to be in a relationship, I can really say, what are your true intentions? What is it that you want to do? What are you looking for? Because if we just gonna fuck, then we can just fuck and I can keep it moving. I'm not going to give you girlfriend experience. I'm not going to give you top notch, you know, Nicky experience. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm not dropping it like it's hot. I'm not sucking all the way to the balls. I'm not doing none of the tricks. If we're not going somewhere. Right. If this is just a passing of the night, then we just pass and then you can go. But
right. That's you know why I love this podcast. I love the perspectives. I love the fact that we encourage ourselves to know what we want. You have to know what you want, or else you won't know what to expect, right? And Nicky, I sell sex toys. Anytime you want some toxic free shit, let me know. Let me know what you want. Actually, my policy is the first toy is on me. I kind of ask you about a couple of questions, see how you might like to be stimulated. I send you the first one. If you want something else, you let me know. But everything that I endorse is something that I would gladly use on myself. And another thing is, I used to say I was strictly dickly until I had some pussy, you know what I'm saying? So let's just leave room for, I'm just saying. Let's just.
What she is saying is that sometimes the variety can be the spice of life and things. You know, that's what she's saying.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I just discovered in my college early times that it's not for me. You know.
Okay.
So it's not. I attempted and it just.
It didn't work out.
We all try it one time, but for me, it was like a no-go. So, and I'm okay with that. I mean, some people.
Of course, no. What? None of us are encouraging you to change your view. That is not the case. I you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you that's the one right there. That one right there, Miss Ruby Doll. She gonna be the first one to tell you that. Yeah, I mean, try it. You ever tried it? It might be good.
And that goes to gay men too.
I don't know. But you know, but we're not encouraging, you know what I'm saying? We're not encouraging.
But no, Queen, for real, I love that. I love how strong-minded you are. I love that you know who you are, that you're the type of woman, caliber of high level woman that should be raising babies out here in this world of uncertainty. You know, thank goodness for what you do. You do a lot of service. I love that loophole, by the way. On the business tip, that cannabis included in that, no one can get you for that shit because what you're doing is amazing. And it's so important and because it focuses on healing. And I'm Kai and I are both solution based right with you. So that way it's like, oh my God, this is a genius idea. And we support you fully. Whenever I see you, I'm getting a massage. That's for damn sure. And I'm going to want my weed too. I like indicas.
Oh, listen, I pride myself on piecing the right type of cannabis per person. I think of myself as like a bud tender. You know, I do it all because, you know, I learned that a lot of people have bad trips because they don't know what to take. Like, you might be like, oh, I had this horrible high the first time, maybe because you're not a sativa person. So maybe you feel like I felt jittery, or I felt icky, or I felt this, I felt that, because you were smoking a strand that wasn't fit for you. So I always do, like how most,
or you did something like, you know, you ate an edible and it was really tasty, and you just kept eating. And then you was smoking and shit. And then next thing you know,
drinking liquor.
You can't hear alarm clocks. You can't hear alarm clocks.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. You are a connoisseur for sure. I know that you know what you're talking about in that regard. I've been exploring other ways to ingest cannabis. There's so many you know, ways to do it. People know edibles. There's also, you know, liquid edibles. I love that you mentioned the suppository thing. It's so important for women's health. On some real shit, Kai knows I want to try everything. You know what I'm saying? But the benefits of the suppository that I tried was, not only did I feel cleaner, I felt almost an instant difference. Because a lot of these suppositories that we're talking about that are infused will or should contain other elements. One thing that I really love and have been learning about is something called berberine. And it helps with inflammation, and it even helps with like heart health. And it helps to remove a lot of bacteria. And so the product that I had contains this herb. And I'm just like, you know, these natural herbs that we can turn to help, right? And Nikki, you're such a healer, and you're a healer the way that people look at doctors in Western medicine. So kudos for you for that.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You know, I pray to God that somewhere down the line, before we're all elderly, I would really like to see insurance companies to accept at least massage. I mean, hell, we know it's gonna be a while before they accept cannabis, but they don't even really accept massage as a part of their health regimen. They think it's like a luxury, like you're eating a cupcake. And so
or cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, and it's so weird because other countries, especially European countries, that's part of their, you know how like you get your insurance, you get your checkup, you get your dental checkup, you get your vision. They include massage, they include massage as part of that. And I just don't understand why that's not considered an element to involve as your wellness checkup. You know, not only with cannabis do we do massage, but we do yoga stretching. I do passive stretching and I do active stretching. So I teach people how to stretch themselves and stretch others properly while they're doing cannabis. I call it spark and stretch, where for every 10 minutes you'll stretch, and then we'll rest, and then you'll spark. And then you'll stretch for another 10 minutes, and then you'll rest and spark, and then you'll stretch for your last 10 minutes, which is a good 30-minute stretch. So by then, you've elevated your high, but not at such a fast pace. It's like you're pacing yourself per 10 minutes. Because the more you have cannabis in your system, what's going to happen? You're going to relax. You're going to be loose. You're going to allow the person who's stretching you to really give you that deep stretch that you've been yearning to have. But it probably hurts because your muscles are tight. So the cannabis, and then of course, you know, you have to tell them breathe, because the more oxygen you send to your body, the more your body will loosen up. And when you got cannabis to assist you, it's like the most easiest thing to do. So,
but no, let's be honest. These health companies, I've said it before, just based on, you know, this new lifestyle that we are now living. The reason why we're living this new lifestyle is because these companies are not, they're not in the business of making sure that we're all healthy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's not the bottom line. The bottom line is getting paid. You know what I mean? The bottom line is making money. You know what I mean? So if it's something that that can actually help, that can actually heal, you know what I mean? It's all of a sudden holistic. It's all of a sudden, outside of the box. You know what I mean? It's not something that they're willing to recommend. You know what I mean?
Non-FDA approved.
It's not FDA approved. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it makes sense that massage would be allowed in other countries. Shoot, there's other countries that are fucking allowing people to have free healthcare. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers ain't gotta pay for the shit, but we're doing what we doing. You know what I mean? So of course, it just makes sense that, you know what I mean, that you're just seen as something that's just radical and just different. Therefore, not something that they're just gonna accept. But the fact is that your business is just like the cannabis industry is going to grow, and because it's something that's needed. It's something that's needed as far as self-care and mental wellness, because especially in these days and times, we gotta have mental wellness for ourselves, for the kids, in order to keep our household right. You know what I'm saying? Just keep everything around us flowing. You know what I mean? Even when
I always say healers need healing too, and we need it the most.
Absolutely. That's why self-care is so important, and compassion, if it doesn't include ourselves, is incomplete. It's just been said over and over again. I didn't even make that up. It's just, I believe it to be true.
Absolutely. Agreed. But yes, like I said, one of the main things Motherhood Sex Marijuana is going to do is, one, when we drop this episode, we'll absolutely email you the link, because we're dropping weekly episodes. So this episode will definitely be dropping. We'll probably be dropping in May, like probably around Mother's Day, as a matter of fact. So that's one thing. Two, we absolutely will forward your information to Ms. Diana Ramos of Leading Industry Trends, because like I said, you're a growing business that needs to be definitely talked about, and definitely needs to you know what I mean, advertised in her magazine, especially when she drops her first issue in July. And third of all, like I said, Motherhood Sex Marijuana will be at the Cannabis Expo this June. And of course, if you know what I'm saying, we can send you I can send you my address, or either way. Just send us some business cards, and we're going to definitely give out your business cards at the expo when we're there, because I'm still here our own business cards. So of course, you know what I'm saying. So last but not least, first thing, we're gonna give you the last couple of minutes to talk about how to contact you, website, YouTube, because all of that information is definitely going to be in the comment section when we drop this video as well.
Okay. All right, you guys. Again, my name is Nicky Nicole. I am from Cannamist Massage. You can find me on Facebook at Nicky Nicole, spelled Nickynicole. I have my Cannamist show on there, or you can find me also on Facebook at Cannamist Massage, one whole word, NNW at the end. My Instagram name is Cannamist Massage LLC on Instagram, and my my Twitter account is Cannamist_MSG for massage on Twitter. My YouTube name is Cannamist Massage, one whole word, and that's spelled CANNAMIST Massage. I am mobile. I am a mobile only business. Okay, so that means I come to you, I come to your home, I come to your hotel. If you have a party, I come to your party. I do pamper parties, I do gatherings, bachelorette parties, bar mitzvah, any goddamn party you could think of, gathering, I am there. Okay, I set it up as a garden for you, and go from there. I'm going to give you guys a nice video to show all the different events that I do. I specialize in everyone's garden, meaning everyone does not get the same design or setup. So you might want orange flowers and whatever color. I always accommodate my customers because I want it to be very personal for them as well. I want them to feel like they're at a mobile spa. And you guys, please check out my show, the Live 320 show, which is on my Instagram page at Cannamist Massage LLC. I do 2 shows per month. I interview people. So if you know anybody in the DMV area who wants to get their business out there, please let them know. They could come, or we can Zoom call. I would love to have you guys on my show as well.
We'd love to
set that up.
Hell yeah.
And I can't wait to work with you guys and just meet a whole lot of like-minded people. My goal for 2022 is to just meet like-minded people this year. I've met like-minded people, but just people on the level of cannabis and holisticness and whatnot. I want to meet like-minded people in the cannabis industry, because I meet like-minded people from all sorts of different businesses, but not specifically and then what I'm doing, so I'm excited about that.
That's the great thing about, I'm saying, this connection and, you being on this podcast. Because like I said, we, by the grace and goodness of God, we have made a lot of movements within, in trying to advertise ourselves. And we've made connections, like I said, with Lit Magazine, that shit literally just came on our lap just because we hired her daughter-in-law as a brand ambassador, and then we also we didn't actually get to mention, but we have a connection with a woman that's named Nia Tally Gill, and she is doing the OR project, and her project is all about gaining funds to expunge marijuana charges, because there's people that still to this day are still walking around with marijuana charges, and it's impeding in their lives. So we have connections with her, and so so you connecting with us definitely is, like I said, things happen for a reason. And that's how, and
I believe
your business will definitely get word out, just because we're behind you, just like you're behind us.
So will.
Definitely. And Nia Tally actually is moving to DC. So you might run into her yourself too.
Oh,
you never know.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think she's in South Carolina right now. So that's pretty dope.
Okay, yeah, most definitely. I can't wait to just link with everyone. It feels nice to know that it's when you're in the cannabis industry, you're looked at differently in a good way, in a bad way, and in a very judgmental way. So to just be around, a lot of people who think like that, it's very refreshing,
That's what's up. That's what's needed.
I'm gonna tell you like this. The cannabis industry has always, first of all, cannabis alone has always had a bad rap based on a white man's thought, some old ass white man's thought, and some old ass ridiculous ass law. So now that we are in 2022 and we are living in a whole fucking new situation, what I mean? That still doesn't change the fact of anyone's thoughts or judgments of a cannabis smoker, anybody involving themselves in cannabis. Like right now in New York City, I could tell you like this. One of the things that we found out as a podcast is that a lot of open dispensaries, because there's a lot of dispensaries popping up in New York City, but apparently these dispensaries
Are they legal though?
or not.
No.
That's what we found out. We
Cali
found out
did the
that they are
same
not
shit.
so, you know, they are not so. But the thing is this. I like I told you, my date of birth is July 29th, 1972. I ain't scared to tell it. The fact is that I've been living in New York City long enough to buy weed from the plug. You feel me? So if
Me too.
in 2022, if the plug is the illegal dispensary, so fucking be it. Because I'm smoking good as a motherfucker. So and I what? And I ain't the only one smoking good like a motherfucker.
You me tell you, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you something that I heard about up in New York though. I heard that some of the products, they put baking soda in it to make it look thicker. And that's how they've been scamming some people. They did like a video. I wanted to know, like, is that like a thing they do in New York, or is that like major cities?
Now I can tell you where that came from, because at first, first of all, New York City has always had smoke shops, always had, you know what I'm saying, the corner stores that's run by, you know what I'm saying, somebody from, you know, these, you know, a lot of these different countries. And the fact is, a lot of these stores, they were selling fake weed at first. And then a lot of them are still either right now they're either selling real weed, but and they might have, and the stores might, you know, sprinkle them with whatever, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, nowadays we got people that do Mollies, that do Percocets, that do, you know, let's sprinkle their shit. So you know what I'm saying? So yes, there's a lot of that going on, but the dispensaries, from what I've experienced, have quality. I mean, literally what I used, because I used to live in Seattle too. That's how me and Ruby met. I used to live in Seattle. So at first I bought from the plug, and then I moved to a place where I could walk in a store and get a discount and get free weed on my birthday and all kind of fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? And got used to that. And then I came back here and said, okay, I'm gonna have to buy weed from the plug. But then the plug became the dispensary. And some of these dispensaries have quality shit. Some of them be having some bullshit, because yes, you get caught and you buy some bullshit, you smoke it and you realize it's bullshit, and then you like, fuck you, I ain't never gonna fuck with you. But then you find a couple of spots that be having that shit. Case in point, Remy Ma has got her own strand now, and she is peddling her shit out of this store called out of this pizza store. This actually, it's a pizza restaurant called Stone Pizza, and it's a reservation only type of restaurant where everything is infused with cannabis, and she's selling her smoke out of there.
But I'm pretty sure she makes sure her product is right, because nobody ain't trying to get sued. So I think some of the issues, because I like gifting dispensaries and I like medical dispensaries. And I'm gonna tell you why. On a professional level, I like medical dispensaries. So if somebody try to come after me, I'm like, well, this came from the medical dispensary. But if I wanted to just go to the gifting just cause maybe the price is cheaper, maybe they have some juices, some shit that the medical dispensaries don't have. Because one thing I've learned is the gifting dispensaries, their edibles are way more, they have more edibles than some medical dispensaries. Like they have the potato chips, they got the canned, I mean, they got everything. It's like a whole damn convenience store.
Exactly.
But when you go to medical dispensaries, they don't have that. So I feel like you get best of both worlds. My fear is that some of these gifting dispensaries can end up selling you products that might have, they don't know it. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want to sell it, but might have some shit like baking soda or whatever in their products because they're getting it from some underground place. So I want to know from y'all perspective, what do you think is more better, the medical dispensaries or the gifting dispensaries, and why?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. Here in New York City, they have medical dispensaries because I actually bumped into one just out of nowhere, just walking and shit, and realized the motherfucker was sitting there. And when I walked in, they was like, "You got a card?" I was like, "Ooh, nah, I guess I gotta go, huh?" You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like that. So you know what I mean? But and yes, you can, there are doctors, you can, you know, go to the doctor, get a card and do that. But like I said, the illegal joints, because we might as well call them the illegal joints. The illegal joints are every fucking where. When I tell you everywhere, I mean, when Ruby was here, we bought weed on fuck damn near 2 blocks from Times Square. Like, we bought weed from dudes sitting on tables. You know what I'm saying?
I knew it
was gonna be. I just didn't know to how much extent. And I'm from Cali, actually, so I did have to get a medical card. I do remember going to medical facilities and having to start that way after the plug situation. My brothers always had weed, so I always took from them. I actually got in trouble a lot because I just stole from them. So when I started buying my own weed, I'd have to go to these dispensaries, and it's the same shit. It's the same shit because the growers where it's at. So I'm learning a lot about pesticide-free farms. There's also something called clean green, which is, you know, you can't say weed's organic, right? But it's the closest thing to organic due to the processes. A lot of people don't understand this, but I didn't realize how many pesticides are used in the process. And so if you like want to nerd out on it, then I would suggest you do so. Research what pesticide-free farms are, why it's important to our health, and why clean green is probably, and you don't have to pay top dollar. There are some dispensaries, you just ask them, is this a clean green farm? Is this a pesticide-free farm? What I love in the industry is everybody is so willing to impart information because this information belongs to all of us. There's no like one weed doctor out there that's going to know every fucking thing. You know what I mean? There are some very knowledgeable potheads, if you will, that just like to geek out on this shit, like to know what the terpenes mean, what type of terpenes are in this specific strain, why that's important. You will speak that language, Nikki, because you can't say prescribing, right? You can't even say that as a bud tender because we're not doctors, we're not prescribing, but we can suggest based on our research and our own personal use, how it's made us feel and how it might help other people achieve certain results. And that's why it's like, I'm just so geeked out on all of this information. I can't wait to attend as many conferences and conventions that we possibly can under the umbrella of motherhood, sex, marijuana, and just as like a total like connoisseur of cannabis. You know what I mean? Been smoking since I was 13. I'm sure that's usually the age, right? The medium age where people usually start in their teens. And it's just a culture that really I love, you know, and fuck whoever thinks it's bad. You're an idiot. Like, seriously, I'm sorry.
I mean, listen, for me, I look at it like this. I'm like this. Like I said, back in the day when I was just buying it from the plug, Reggie was my best friend. I didn't care about what Reggie's name was. It was like it was in a bag. If the bag looked nice and it lasted me, I was good. When I got to Seattle is when I got bougie and was like, hold up, wait a minute. Is that Blue Dream? Oh, it's not? Oh, then what else you got that's kind of like Blue Dream? No, because I got specifics. You feel me? And then she's
amazing, you know what I mean? And she is particular.
I got bougie, but and then coming back here now and now dealing with these people, it's just like, it just I just look at it as like, fuck it, I gotta do the trial and error, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I really did do the trial and error, because when I got here, the first thing that I was happy about was that one of my plugs from way back in the day was still in business. I was like, oh, I like you. You are still alive and things. Let's go. What you got? Let me see. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then again, because of my taste, it was just like, oh, okay, this is still Reggie. Yeah. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna see you if I ever need more Reggie. I'm gonna see you if I see. I'm gonna see. You know what I mean?
You know, weed smoking is like wine tasting. That's how I look at it.
You know what I mean?
It's really like wine
and then
tasting.
you get to these spots, and they have it a couple of variety, and especially the spot. One of the spots I go to is like the variety is kind of really special, like Seattle was. So it's like, hey, you know what? Trial and error. You know what I mean? If I try it and I don't like it, I ain't buying it no more. You know what I mean? That's how I used to do back in the day with the plug. When the plug, if the plug acted some kind of way when I was buying a bag, I put his ass on pause and buy from other plugs. You know what I'm saying? It was literally simple like that. So I haven't had a bad experience as far as feeling like something was added to anything I bought and it made me feel some kind of way, and you know what I mean, like anything like that. It's like it was either I got high or I didn't, you know what I mean? So I could tell you, so if you was ever in New York City, the spots I recommend you could definitely be sure that they're gonna sell you some fire, because I go there regularly, you know what I mean? But
it's crazy because in DC, everybody likes they like, if it ain't loud, it was like loud and
it's got to be louder. It was Zaza. It's got to be.
It was always those
loud or Zaza. If it ain't loud or Zaza, it's quiet and church like. And nobody likes church. Nobody likes church. Nobody. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. Nobody like church. Fuck that. Nobody.
Oh my
Somebody
God.
that like church might be watching. I said nobody like church.
Nikki, have you experienced issues with your daughter experiencing cannabis prematurely?
No, my daughter is an athlete. So because she does a lot of athletic stuff, I would use CBD on her. And,
Awesome.
I looked it up and I know CBD is legal to use on kids.
Yes.
And I know it's very beneficial. And when I would use it on her, I saw the benefits that it was giving her. Now, I don't think CBD should be used all the time. But I know some kids who have like ADHD, who have autism, who even go through anxiety and depression. And I really think not cannabis, but a CBD oil is good, because it especially for not just kids, but for the elderly too. I'm a caregiver to my mother, and she's in her 60s, and she has a lot of arthritis, joint problems, and I use it on her as well. And just looking at them, because of course, in a sense, they're like my case studies. it really helps me to determine what's best for my customers. I work with a wide range from kids to the elderly in my business. And because I've massaged like families. I would do like a whole family.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I mean, because my products, I have vegan lotion, I have coconut oil, I have regular non-cannabis, non-CBD products as well. I do foot detox. I do the steam mask, vibration therapy. I even do electro pulse massage. Those are little sticky things you put on, makes the muscles pulsate.
Yeah.
I do an array of different enhancements because I want my stuff to stand out. And plus I'm mobile. So a lot of things that you would normally see at a spa, you won't normally see with me. I do CMOS masks. I was, during the pandemic, I started reading up on how CMOS and the components in it was not just beneficial for your exterior, but for your interior as well. So I was drinking it, putting it on my skin. Everybody like, oh, your skin look good. What are you doing? I'm just like, I have this book called African American Home Remedies that you can get off of Amazon. And what it does is all the home remedies, from salt to vinegar to typical things that we normally can use at home. I implemented those things in my enhancements because my goal is for example, my foot detox. I don't know if y'all probably seen my foot detox videos on my page. But what it does is it pulls the bacteria out your body, and based on the color, it depicts what organ it was focused on. So I had a guy, his was yellow, and it was focused, it detoxed his bladder and his kidneys. Then I had another lady, hers was like a brownish reddish colors. It took all the tobacco out her body and it detoxed her liver. So it depends on where your body is. It detox everything, but what I do to make it different is I get you high first, right? And then I make you do the detox. Now think of when you have a sponge, you dip it in water, right? And then you put your soap on it, it's soapy. Now you clean the dirt or whatever, and you squeeze it out. When you squeeze it out, all that dirt is gonna come out. What's left? The good soap, right? That's what the detox does. It takes your high and it elevates it and it make it like a clean high. Like imagine having like
beautiful.
A clean high.
That is fucking awesome, yo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's what I
Fuck.
want. That's what the massage and the enhancements is for, is to take your high and elevate it and make it cleaner. Like take the good components of the marijuana that we smoke, what we ingest in our body, and take all the bacteria out and leave all the good components of the cannabis in your body with your massage and your enhancement.
That's fucking dope, and it makes all the sense in the world. I don't know if a lot of people know that because I didn't know this until I was reading about it, but in our bodies are endocannabinoids. And so these act as receptors to the THC, to the CBD, and all of these other acronyms that come from this magnificent plant. Wow. And it's already within our body to grab these receptors. So all of that just helps that whole process, it sounds like. It's so amazing. I love science. I love anatomy. We do, I should say. I mean, I know we all do. Definitely. It's just brilliant the way the mind works, the body works, and how we can enhance, like you said, our lives, and therefore enjoying bliss, more bliss, more lives of ease is what we really deserve, right?
Yeah, one thing I think the last question I have for you is how does your family feel about your business? Like, is your family supportive of your business? Because you know what I'm saying, like you said, weed smokers are looked away, and the fact is, and no matter what you're doing, it could be positive, it could be making money, but it's just like, oh, but you still a pothead. Yes, I'm still a pothead, motherfucker. Damn right, gonna be a pothead. The fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with that.
So how does your what's your family's take on your business?
Okay, so it did not start out good. I was looked at as the black sheep, which was funny because it was like, I had family members who was doing marijuana anyway, but to turn it into a business, it was like, what are you doing?
Right.
My mother was totally against it. You trying to kill me? I can't breathe. I was like, see, this is why I can't be your caregiver, because I have a dream. I have a real dream. I have a vision, and
right.
I can't let you stop me from
it.
And
regardless of who you are.
Yeah, and it sucks. And it was very combative, but this was one of those, I had to just keep pushing through and just do it. And when I started my business in the beginning, I got support from like my siblings, my cousins and stuff like that. But from my elder generation, not so much at first. But once they heard me talk, once they heard me break it down on a medical aspect, and once with a lot of convincing of having my mom try the CBD products, everything changed. It was like, I want more of this. I had my aunt, You know, we always got the bougie aunts in the family. They was kind of against it. And then, you know, I was giving them creams, them bath salts, and they fell in love with it. And I'm like, I think the issue is we've been brainwashed to look at cannabis as how we would look at cocaine or crack or meth or whatever. We're not looking at it from a different standpoint, because everything we use, we abuse. I mean, from food to sex to just everything. That's just what it is. And so when you have something like cannabis, it's a delicate kind of thing. And now we're trying to change the perspective of it. It just takes a little bit of convincing and just really just showing people what it can do. Once people just give it a chance, just one time, but you got to show them the right way. See, that's the thing. You got one time to show these naysayers the right way. You show them the wrong way, that's when they have these bad highs and all these bad trips. It mess up their perspective. But if you introduce it in a, like, I would never tell a person who never had cannabis to start off with cannabis. I would start you off with CBD and then lead you up to cannabis.
Right.
See,
Smart.
It's the perspective of how we introduce things. It can be done in a very delicate, but you know, right way. And my mom was on my show. We did a Mother's Day segment last year.
Dope.
And I beefed her body up with CBD oil and stuff. And she was giving her little motherly advice. And when she was in the show, that was my garden. That was my flowers to give to her, you know. And so when she was in it, it was something that she said that was very, out of all the advice she done gave us on the show, when the cameras was off, she was like, she couldn't get up. And I was like, why can't you get up? She said, because I just feel a mood, a sense, like it, when you're in my garden, I promise you, when you're in it, I want y'all to come to the show. I want y'all to come in the garden. When you're in I make the garden feel like you're literally in a cannabis haven. You're in a cannabis oasis, you know? And when she was in it, it was like her personal weed garden. And she was so impressed. She was like, I see the work you put into it when you set up your show, you know, I mean, and after that, you know, everything was smooth selling. So, I mean, I just feel like it's just how we introduce things to people, you know. You introduce it right, then you can't really complain. Now, the only issue everybody have is just the weed smoke.
And that's
right, Queen.
And that's the best way to do it, to, you know what I'm saying, to put them in the experience so that they understand the experience and feel it, and then you know what I'm saying, and therefore they'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, to spread the word, tell a friend about it, you know what I mean? That's what's up. And yes, we're gonna figure out a way to plan this out, you know, sometime this summer. Definitely, we're gonna, because
I do my show anywhere. I mean, I've done it outside at a park. I did it on a beach. I do my show anywhere. So
that's what's up.
I've been wanting to do my show in other states as well, because you know, I want to travel with the show. So I mean, we can figure something out.
We're gonna figure something. Everything happens for a reason, and it will happen. It will happen. Yeah. So,
because then I can show y'all the gadgets and stuff. Y'all can try to get. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be.
And
amazing.
You know what? We want to spoil you too, so I'm gonna show you all the hot spots to get weed out here. You're gonna know exactly what to get. And I have a question for you. Can you tell us of your most embarrassing sexual experience?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to see which type of embarrassment I want to go with. I remember this was in like my mid-20s. Oh gosh, please don't judge me. This is so okay.
No judgment.
Not you guys, but to the viewers who are listening to this, this to my big guys. There's nothing wrong with big guys, but I had hooked up with a big guy, like one big guy. You know, I have my husky. I like my husky guy. It's different. It's the teddy bear, but he was like that. And and I don't know what it was, but he smelled like bad bacon fat or body or something. Like,
oh my God.
And I got really nauseous.
Oh my God. Boy.
Like his dick did? Or his neck?
It was like
or his body, just generally.
It was like, I don't know, it's like as soon as he took off his shirt, because we didn't even
nah.
It was like his skin, it looked like he was sweating. But it wasn't he just looked like a greasy bacon fat, just, I don't know. He looked good with his clothes on. He looked good with his clothes on, but, and then I tried.
Damn, you cold, Nicky.
No, you know, I think I didn't mean to throw up on him. I have a very weak stomach.
Damn, it was that bad.
Yeah, I have a very weak stomach, and when I'm intimate, I like a fresh body. I like to take a shower before if I know, you know, I'm going to be getting intimate. I like to shower, you know, because
exactly, as we all should.
I want the whole thing licked. I want from head to toe, front to back, from the tootie to the fruity.
That's right.
I want to make sure
that's tootie to the fruity.
I want to make sure I'm providing a clean body, and that wasn't provided for me. On top of the fact, it was like the clothing was a deception, because I thought he's like a little husky, but he was more fat than I thought. So, and I mean, it's nothing wrong against my big guys. Like I said, it's just it's just, I got a certain type of body structure, and I like husky guys, but that wasn't giving husky. That was giving man titties with a beer belly and bacon fat on the side, and I just couldn't go through it with it. So I mean, I just ran out of there like a deer trying to get out of the street from getting.
She didn't even get her pussy ate by him. She didn't even want that.
I couldn't do that. And
like,
so
don't even try. Don't touch me.
Yeah, it was because I was disgusted, and that was when I realized in my mid-20s that you cannot touch me unless you have a decent body that I'm attracted to, and you're clean,
Exactly, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
Their preferences.
But yeah, I never knew I could throw up off of something like that, and it was embarrassing, because it's like you got vomit and shit, and then my stomach weak, and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, and then I blocked them.
As you should. I mean, as you
should.
Fucking should. Like, girl, like you put me through all kind of trauma. You owe me money, motherfucker.
Poor thing though, but he was a very nice guy too, but you
had to go. You had to go.
And I realized, and as growing up is, we can't be nice to things that we don't. Trying to appease people, trying to be
real.
Nice. Like,
you gotta
keep
not
feeling it
real.
Yeah, you gotta keep it real. But
I
didn't keep it real.
But yeah, real talk. This was a wonderful fucking show. I am so happy.
Indeed.
So excited that you came on, and of course we are going to make all the arrangements to get on your show and definitely get this cannabis massage, definitely.
Yeah,
so proud of you.
And we are so happy you were part of this show. Thank you so much, Queen.
Thank you guys. This was my first podcast interview. So
that's what's up. And that's what's up. And of course it makes sense that you would be here, because again, things happen for a reason. Motherhood, sex, marijuana always comes through. Always, definitely bigs up our queens, and we damn sure want, we want to see you grow as well as we grow. You know what I'm saying? So we thank you for being on the show. We absolutely are glad for you to be on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much.
You're very welcome. Mutual beneficial. That's how we like our relationships.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And on that note, motherhood, sex,
marijuana,
fucking building.
With Nicky Nicole.
Thank y'all so much. All right now.